So I got this comment the other day and it made me chuckle. I do be doing that. Sure enough, this video is going to be a little different. I've gotten a lot of comments saying that I should vlog or like tell you more about myself. But you know me, I'm all about telling stories. And frankly, I don't know why anyone would care. I'm more in Derek's camp. That being said, he commented this on a story video, which I thought was one of my better stories. So I think Derek needs to stop smoking crack. But today I'm going to take heed to all those suggestions and get all millennial on you and talk about my feelings. Gross! And if you dislike this, be sure to give it a thumbs down so I have reason to never do it again. Truth is, I'm a little overwhelmed. I don't know if anybody else can relate to this, but I've always had a really hard time with success, for lack of a better word. I say success because I promised myself from Jump Street that I would never get caught up in likes or views or follows. It's not the goal. My goal is to just tell the best story I can, and whether it resonates with one person or a million people, as long as I'm trying my best, it's all that matters. And I know that might sound hokey, but it goes back to the idea that you don't set out to build a wall. You set out to just lay each brick as perfectly as possible, and eventually you end up with a wall. I am great at failure. I am great at laying a brick poorly and thinking to myself, hey, that's all right, I'll get them next time. I've tried and failed enough times to know that nobody's going to notice a little crooked brick. What I mean when I say I'm not great at success is, like, over the past couple weeks, my Instagram and my TikTok, which is mostly my grandmother, have been blowing up. Pretty sure TikTok was restricting my content because, let's be real, a cute, angry grandmother doesn't really mesh with a dancing app branded for teenagers. But recently, it seems like they lifted those constraints. Granny just hit 1 million followers last night. She said it feels just like 999,000. And on Instagram, I always thought it was called Puberty. It might be Pubbity. I have no idea, but they have 24 million followers and they shared my grandma's garlic video and it really blew my account up. I always feel like kind of a douche talking about these figures just because I know there's a lot of people that will put a quality value on them, as in they'll look at me favorably just because I have a lot of views or follows or likes. And that's stupid. Those are the same people that would judge me negatively and make comments when I said I was working on videos and those videos would only get a couple hundred views. I had to do that to get here. So now that I am here, you can take your superficial self and kick rocks. But the way I look at those figures is as a tool to learn from. Not just to grow my channel, but in figuring out how to make a career out of this. Unfortunately, my landlord will not let me pay my rent in follows, likes, and views. Now, if you thought I sounded like a douche before, wait till you hear this. All this success of my accounts blowing up did nothing but stress me out. Instead of the failure of a poorly laid brick and me thinking I can do better next time, this success was like, holy smokes, I just got a whole brand new wall and I don't know what to do with it. I think for a lot of creatives or business owners or entrepreneurs, life just feels like failure after failure after failure after failure, and then briefly there's success. And because success feels like it doesn't come often and it's so fleeting, when it happens, you feel, or at least I feel like I need to do everything I can to optimize it. So I stress and I go crazy to make sure I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do. Making sure all these accounts don't steal my content, responding from all these messages from brands, freaking out about what my follow-up content's gonna be. Otherwise, I have it in my head that all the progress I just made will go away. And I get so stressed that I'm not doing enough. And then when I realize how stressed I'm getting, I get really disappointed in myself because I'm getting stressed over something that I should be happy about. It's like, Ed, what the heck, dude? You should be enjoying the journey at all times, but especially when it's good. And then because I'm disappointed in myself, I get more stressed, and it's just an endless cycle that goes on and on and on. And I try to fix it with some donuts, and that never works. If anything, it makes it even worse. And eventually I implode. Kidding. I haven't imploded yet, but I do get really frustrated, and that frustration leads to a lot of overthinking and not being productive. Believe it or not, the original idea for this video, what got me thinking about all this stuff, was like an open letter to you guys, my subscribers. I wanted to thank you guys for blowing past the 75K mark, and it got me thinking about how I still feel like I don't have this channel figured out. It's so random. And now there's a whiny millennial to throw in the mix. But one thing that I think's been really, really cool, something I noticed that when a video hits the 100K mark, that's when trolls start to come out. That's when you start to see the comments that I look at. I'm like, don't you people have anything better to do? But for my average video that doesn't cross that threshold, I just noticed how positive and accepting and cool you guys are. I consume a lot of content from other creators, and one of my favorite things to do is to look at the debauchery in the comments. people get so angry. Knock on wood, I don't see that here. I see the opposite. I see people shutting down negative comments, saying the kindest things about my grandma or my Uber rider, and even like some constructive criticism, like, hey Ed, not your best video, but keep going. I love that. So anyway, this is a long roundabout way of thanking you guys for making this channel what it is. I have a hard time expressing my emotions, okay? Back off! And really, I want to thank you for being patient with me as I figure out this social media thing and let me be weird and random and off-brand. I mean, is it really off-brand if I don't even know what my brand is yet? I am the brand. So appreciate you guys, not just for watching, but for the positivity. And yo, this wasn't like a pity party fishing for sympathy. Like I tell my mother, I can't share things like this if you're gonna feel bad for me or make sympathetic comments. They make me even more uncomfortable. It's okay to be stressed. Bad feelings aren't that bad. It's just a part of life. And if you're not part of this channel yet, I hope you click subscribe and turn that notification bell on and join the fun. And remember, if you didn't like this journal entry, be sure to give it a thumbs down so I have reason to never do it again. No, I'm kidding. I hope if anybody out there is going through similar stressors that maybe you feel a little less crazy. It's normal. At least I think so. But what do I know? I'm just Driver Ed. Until next time, over and out.